Sword down, step away. Calm down. Loon, do you have a job? Yep, totally do. And that's why I'm going to be stopping streaming soon. Anyway, I've been very pleased with this. Look at what we've created today. This has been a good one. This city is doing good. We've added so much tonight. We've added loads of management things. You know, this is not looking too bad. I mean, it's busy here, but it's not solid, you know? I almost tolerate this, but it's going to have to change. There's a mod on the workshop that allows use of all 25 tiles. You can apply it to existing cities as well. That's great. I'm very excited for mods and the Steam workshop. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be something that's going to make this game have longevity like we haven't seen in a city building game before, really. I'm really looking forward to it. This game is just going to be epic. I mean, it's just... I can't stop playing it. Like, whenever I have a free moment at the moment, I turn this game on and just start playing. I love the crap out of it. Luton, how big was the download for this game? I don't remember. I can look for you, hold on. I don't think it's that big. 3 gig. 3 gigabyte for this game. It's pretty small. Yeah, 3 gig is the allocated space I have on this game right now. Right, what's the time? I'm wondering whether I want to do anything else or whether we want to close it at this time. I think this almost feels like a good place to stop, but I might just do... We've been doing a lot of industry-based tweaking at the moment, and I kind of feel like I want to do some residential stuff. I feel like we wanted to add more office space over here, so I think that's what we might do. I think we'll add office space onto here. One thing I wanted to do was see whether we had any forestry areas. Yeah, we've got some. Not got anywhere that's amazing for forestry, though. It's got to be said, there's a lot of oil stuff. There's a lot of oil. There's some ore over here. See, there is forestry right here. I just don't know whether I want to contribute any more traffic to this area right now. There's a little bit of forestry on the back of Darthville right here, just right here. We'd have to purchase that other tile to get that. There's a little bit of forestry here. So maybe we could actually add that on. It's right next to the highway as well, so that would actually work real good. Let's do that. We don't really need any more of that, but yeah, let's make a nice little... we don't want to go too insane with the size, and I'm going to try and utilise the highway as efficiently as possible here. Luton, you should make a small ocean, you should make like an ocean or bayside tourist town, only small house and small business. Well, I'll tell you what I will do, I'll show you my own custom map that I made the other day, just as an example of what you can do with it before we get off here this evening. So, forestry don't really add pollution, but noise pollution. Yeah, well that's why luckily we're the other side of the highway, so we're quite far away from everybody else. Right, let's just fix this up here. This, I hope, is going to be a very easy build. I don't want to go too insane with it. So we're just going to do this. Okay, so we've got that on the go, and then we'll just do this, like that. Right, see, great, simple, easy working area. And then we basically just want traffic coming in and going out of it, and that's all we need. So, in order to do that, I think, to be honest, we can just use an off-ramp. I always want these things to curve, and they never curve the right way for me. See? It does that. I want it to go the other way. I want it to curve the other way. Right, so that's basically what I want to happen. I want this to just go on and off. I'm slightly worried about the proximity of this junction here, because what's going to happen is we're going to have a lot of traffic coming in, but hopefully it just like won't be an issue. We'll just play it by ear and see what happens. Right, and then we just need to get this traffic back on, and we'll just do that straight out of here. Probably, if we're very clever, just navigate through here. What am I doing? Yeah, that's what I want to do. Right, there we go. So that should be a nice on and off input for the park. Now, I'm not too concerned about connecting up to that other roadway. I think it would overcomplicate things. What we could do, though, I might just not bother. Just see how it affects it. I mean, the traffic will find another way to go. They've got two major intersections here, so I'm pretty sure they should be able to find another way around. What we need to do, though, before we want this to be forestry, right? So in order to do that, I have to zone this area. So I'm going to have to do this. Like this. And then by zoning this area... Oh, you stupid idiot. By zoning it, that's going to mean that we can mark it as forestry stuff. Coleridge Heights. I actually kind of like that. But I'm going to change it. Why didn't the devs allow the use of all 25 tiles? Was it for performance? It probably was for performance. It's also probably because if you can expand, I think it was more of an idea to make you choose more carefully, because I think the idea was to make you, if you could just unlock all, you know, tiles, then it's just not so interesting. The thing is as well, right, is that tiles aren't actually that expensive. So I can't unlock any more at the moment because I don't require any space, right? But basically, they're usually not very expensive. The tiles are usually like 10k or something. They're a very small amount. And so I think the plan is to make you consider more carefully where you want to select to move and go and choose. That's the thing. This game runs very well there. I mean, look at this. Look at, we've got like a lot of stuff in this city. And look, I move around pretty fast. And it doesn't lag, you know? It really, I mean, I can throw this thing around, and look, we're not getting stuck. We're not getting any, like, lag frame drop. You know, you can move around, we can zoom in, look. It really doesn't... It handles it very, very well, and there's a huge amount of complexity on the screen here. And it really handles it excellently. So that's really impressive. Hey, this is just in time. We actually need industry right now, and now it's telling me it wants to do industry. going to need to get water and electricity over here. Come on, you bastard. Right, I need to get electric over here too. Cool. Where's the workers going to come from there? That's the problem. They could come from the town here. Might need to build a small town for some more workers. Might need to build like a little town over here, I think. Okay, so basically that's going to be our... Oh, I'm so stupid. Damn it. Damn it, damn it me. Damn it me. I'm tired and I forgot to do this. I forgot to zone it. Forestry. Idiot me. A lot of these places will shut down now. I kind of like that they shut down and rebuild. That's pretty cool. But yeah, basically I forgot to zone it as... forestry, so there we go. Never mind, but look how easy it is to resolve that situation. I mean, you don't need to destroy the buildings. That's the cool thing. Look, when you that's actually a good example right there, because when you make a mistake, you rezone it like this, and it just starts to rebuild. Really, really good. Looting, how are these people getting home? They're going to get home by having a little drive. That's a good point, man. Good point. Let's fix that up for them. Basically, the way they would get home is... Good question. I'll make another one-way road that just goes round to here. I don't want any traffic to... I don't want any traffic to have to go both ways. Here's what I'll do. This is what we're doing. Man, that's going to be a bumpy ride right there, I tell you. Hold on. I just made a one-way road that goes around this way. So you can come in this way or you can go back around that way. Well spotted though, that's a good call. Good call. They need electricity, but I don't really want to... I don't really want to start putting pylon there. Alexi, the electricity will link up. There we go. Now they're linked. So now they'll all start getting electricity. So I didn't need to panic there. I didn't need to freak out about that. Man, what's going on? We've suddenly jumped up in viewers by about 200 or 300. This is typical. I was just going to get offline and suddenly got like an extra 300 viewers. Hello and welcome. By the way, guys, so anybody watching right now on the stream, why are they freaking out about electric? They should have electric right now. They've got electric, look. Oh, it's not connected anymore. This was connected previously, but now since we lost the other buildings there, they lost the power, but now they'll get it back. So now it's fixed. Good. Working. Right, let's build some workers because they need it. I just want to say hi and welcome to everybody on the stream that's watching right now. Thank you for joining and watching me this evening. There's going to be a lot more of this game coming up this week. My normal stream tomorrow is Battlefield, so I plan to do that. Battlefield will be tomorrow, but I probably will do like an hour or so, hour or two of Battlefield tomorrow, and then I may do like an hour or two of this after. The stream tomorrow, guys, starts at 11:30 p.m. GMT, that's 6:30 EST, okay? So if you want to come and join me tomorrow, I'll be playing some Battlefield, and then we'll be playing more City Skylines straight after that. Right, let's make this a mix of high density and lower density. These guys will need electricity and water, so I better do that in a minute. Let's get some shops in here. I like to make some low density as well as high density residential stuff, because I think it just looks nicer. So painting this area, and we'll get all of this, basically the internal stuff. I like doing internal as high density, and then just around the edges as low density. I think it just looks good. It's a nice way of doing it. We need to get some services in this area as well, so we'll work on that in a moment. Right, let's get water to these guys before they start freaking out. They're going to want power too, so we'll have to fix that up. What's going to be the easiest way for this? Probably pylon it from over here, I think. This will just be temporary until they get the main building on the go. And then once they're powered up and running, we can take it out. I'm hoping they're just going to build real quick between these areas, and then they'll just sync that power up. Power up. Yeah, see, these guys are crying out for workers right now. We might actually lose a few of these businesses before we get the workers in, because it's just a time factor. Luton, have you, would you ever play tabletop games, D&D and things like that? Yeah, why not? I love tabletop stuff. How can we have a fire? That's we literally just moved in. You know what this is, don't you? That's bloody house parties. Someone had a moving in party and it all went wrong. Oh, well, you burned down the house now. They probably had that song as well. Burning down the house. Right, we're going to need more fire services. I'm tempted to put a big fire building on here because, yeah, expensive, but I think it's going to be worthwhile to have a very big... Why is that not... Yeah. I think I'm going to put a fire services right here, because that's going to provide for all of through here, which is very necessary. I'm going to use my own advanced medical centre as well. Actually, we only need a small clinic here probably. Yeah, that's good enough. We're going to need a clinic. We're going to need a small police station, which can go here, or here even. Yeah. Small police station. And we probably will need some elementary school education at least. So we'll get a school in. We don't want people to be too educated, we want to have them some education. Okay, there we go, and it's starting to develop. Now these guys, as I say, we'll probably expect to lose a little bit of the workforce here because we can't. Yeah, there is high density business. I think I put some down, right? Yeah, here, this is high density commercial, basically. We can put some we can put some offices. I was going to plan this space here as office district. City's coming together though. Let's just overview other things right now. This is all good, good, good. Landfills are coping well. Oh my god, the cows are on fire! No! The cows are on fire! Put those cows out! Come on, please, save them! Save those cows! Look, the farmer there is going mad. He's like, no! Oh, they saved them. Thank God for that. That's how you do a proper barbecue, right? That's the freshest steak you'll ever have, seriously. Oh dear. Why are you cutting down all the trees? Shut up, man. With a name like Ashton Lewis, it's no surprise. Where does Ashton Lewis live? He lives in Greytown. Cutting down all the trees, I hope our new city will not turn into a barren wasteland now. I love this with the chirper thing, like, if somebody comes up with a tweet, you can like, bam. So like, you know, this Ashton Lewis guy, I'm just like, Ashton Lewis, I don't think I like what you said there on chirper. Maybe your house will get knocked down. Anne Walker says, can someone recommend good hearing protection? All this noise is driving me crazy. See, this is interesting how some of your citizens start to request certain things as you go along. Okay, these guys are still going insane for workers. It often takes a trickle sort of time for workers to actually sort of start bleeding through into these businesses. And as I said, that's why you probably see some of these places go out of business before we actually sort of plateau and it all starts to function. But you know, the forest industry is probably one of my favourites because it just looks really gorgeous. The trees here are always very nice and green, and I like seeing all these big sort of wood pallets and stuff. Look at this. I just like seeing all this stuff on the roads. I think it's really awesome. It's one of the nicest industries that I see. So I really like it. I'm not too worried about these workers because, as I say, I've seen it happen before. Like, yeah, here we are, look, see. We'll start to lose some businesses. This always happens. It's worth remembering this for the future. You're better off getting a workforce in place before you start actually... I did it the reverse way around. We put the industry in here. These things just instantly regen, so it's not a big deal. Like, they will just keep coming back until they satisfy the amount of workers they need. Yeah, look, see, that guy just had enough workers. You'll see some of these disappear, and it'll start bleeding through, because we've got uneducated workers here, so they're guaranteed to basically get on it. Can you make very large parks like Central Park in NYC, Luton? Well, let me explain to you about parks. We could actually do this down here and raise the value of Gold Park. I mean, it's probably going to be actually worth our while doing. But basically, the way parks work in this game is that you can place parks adjacent to one another, so they kind of link, right? So it's like, if I have a park like this, right? See, it's a pretty big park to start with. I mean, when you actually look at the area that covers, it's pretty huge, okay? But you can also take small parks and then like connect them up next to each other and make like, so you can make a bigger park. But the thing is, look at the radius on this thing. Look at the radius of the park. It's pretty huge. So placing your parks in the center of your city town is actually a really, really good thing to do anyway. But you can place like these parks, you can place like these. This is the plaza with picnic tables, so that's kind of like what you would want to see in towns anyway. And it's all very red. Leisure is very low across my whole city. It's something I could do with improving. So it probably would do us good to get some parks down here. Let's see if we can't slap a few down. So do like that. Takes out a few of my houses, but look at that. Look how that has changed the legend of Worth. And then see these little green arrows you're seeing? Those green arrows are buildings leveling up and improving. See, look, and then they start to rebuild and they're turning into bigger buildings. So this is actually really what you want to do. I could put down another one right here. You know, I could put down another park. It's going to take out a few of the buildings, but it's going to improve that sort of... There, look. See how it changes. And see how all those green arrows. So now, if we look at what's happening down here, look at this. Look how the buildings are now being rebuilt. And this is just from adding 2 parks. And you can see the park right there. But if you wanted to, you could add like another 2, 3, 4 parks. You could like link them all together. And now look at this. Look at how this has changed just by adding those parks. Look at how much it's improving the city. And this is really how you build that density and how you build that capacity. It's really awesome to see. I love it. I love this game. It's really fun. Really fun. And now we've got these huge buildings with helicopter pads on the roof. I mean, it's just so... The mechanics of this game. I can't stop being excited for this game this week. I'm amazed I haven't had more people going like, Luton, how much do they pay you to talk about this game? It's like, no, I'm so happy about this game. I love it. I really, really love this game. It's really cool. And so there we are. I mean, look, it's legitimately changed the face of my city just by throwing down a few parks. And we can zoom right down into the park. Here we are, look. Here's our little park. And people just like having those open spaces when you're in the city. You know, they like to see this stuff. It's all good. Let's make another little save right here. So yeah, it's all coming together. Still got worker issues down in Beach Heights. Like I said, honestly, don't worry. I've seen this so many times with the game. The workers will come in. They will come in. It just takes time. It takes time for some of them don't want to work there. So you know it's all about sort of just population capacity. It takes a bit of time. Damn, this town though has created an issue I did not expect, which is this intersection right here. Starting to feel like a big roundabout here might help. Yeah, the trouble is, this was a sort of, this previously was just like a straight road going in and out of our oil district, and now it's been branched off by this town, and that's a big problem for us. Like I said, this will level out eventually, and just leave it to it and it will figure itself out. Is the fact you're reaching 4.5 million an indication you're not doing enough fast enough to improve the city, or is it just that your revenue is huge? Yeah, it's a few things. We've been working today on fixing up some of the issues we've had further in town. Interesting how this traffic has started becoming a problem yet again. I thought we had resolved these issues here, but it seems like traffic is still becoming very, very busy. I mean, the thing is as well, you've got to remember, I'm trying to play this from a stream perspective, so I'm trying to talk about the game and show stuff about the game. If I was doing this by myself, I could do more, but you do seem to earn a hell of a lot of cash. I mean, immediately we've got like another big traffic problem right here, which is kind of annoying. Didn't expect that we were going to get such a big traffic problem straight away. It's kind of irritating. It's because a lot of traffic's coming in and out of this town here. I think we could do with expanding the capacity on this side. Okay, so we made much larger intersections right here. That's going to help a lot. You've got to remember this is the high density stuff, and I probably should have anticipated more that was going to be a big problem, but it hasn't been an issue for me in other areas, so I didn't anticipate this was going to be a really big problem. Beach Heights is starting to irritate me a little bit now. I kind of really wish that they would actually get their act together and start hiring people. No reason. It is reducing slowly, but not quick enough. It is going down. Basically, if we look at education levels, you'll see that elementary school level, high school level, this area is not educated, and that's what you need for these industries. You can see right here it says it requires 16 uneducated workplaces. Well, that's actually this whole capacity here. I wanted this to be uneducated workplace, and they are. The big issue that most people run into is they don't understand the concept of arterial routing and access management. Of course. Local roads feed into collector roads, which should feed into minor major arteries, but you have to make sure that you reduce the number of intersections with local roads on the arteries. Well, there you are. You heard it there first, guys. Okay, this one's working a little better now, but this is backing up in a major way. So we're going to have to fix this. Doesn't the city look a lot bigger than 31k population? Well, it probably does, but it does look a lot bigger than a 31k population, to be honest. You would think so, right? But it depends on what the capacity of these buildings are. So there's 21 households in that one building. There's only 16 households in this building, so actually, yeah, you would expect there'd be a lot more than 16 households in there. That's not 16 people, but 16 houses, so even so, it is quite a lot bigger, right? Looting, can you make a district that prevents all education, makes it so they can only go to specific other districts? You could be a dictator and force peasants to work. Well, it kind of does work like that. I mean, I only have an elementary school for this area, and it's like, I think it's over here or something. So this area isn't going to have a lot of education anyway. They're going to have like basic education, so they will be classed as kind of uneducated workers, and then they will go towards the more uneducated work. But it just seems to be that sometimes, I mean, this is leveling off, like I said. It's not as bad as it was. It just takes time to like bleed the workers in as they sort of arrive at certain places. Looks like my landfill is fixed. So that is good. It's just this town has got a much higher population than we anticipated in terms of I think I underestimated how severe that was going to be. I need to do something about this to fix it. Trouble is as well is that this is not a highway, this is just a 6-lane road, so connecting onto it is going to create junctions, whatever I do. It's a different setup to a highway. But I'm tempted to do something about it. And then I guess what I'm going to do is split off into 2 other sections. So we'll take that traffic and we will add it into other intersections. It might just help. Make an off-ramp into the town. Well, making an off-ramp into the town would only be basically doing what we already had, because if you make an off-ramp into the town, although that off-ramp is only one way, it is actually also creating an intersection. Because when you're on a 6-lane highway, I'll show you this in a minute, when you're on a 6-lane highway it works a little bit differently. But it may help us to do this. I'm going to try it and see what happens. So basically you'll see that what happens when I do this is that, yeah, see, it creates like that. So it now creates this intersection here, which means that traffic's going to stop and turn and go up this way, like that. And it's also going to obviously come in and turn off. So it may improve the situation, it may make it worse. Probably not worse. You couldn't get much worse than it was before. And then this is going to be coming in. Trouble is that this traffic has to cross itself to go out. Really what I want. See, this isn't the best solution right here. Yeah, actually this needs to go the other way around. So that needs to go like this, so that as they come off they turn around. And this one needs to come the other way. Like I say, it's not ideal either way, to be honest. And trying to get this how you want is not always the easiest thing. That's how I want it to be. Okay, so now you can see what I was trying to explain. Creating off-ramps onto it doesn't necessarily solve the problem, because this traffic now has to stop in two separate places to actually get on. So it's kind of solving the problem, but not really, if you get what I'm getting at, you see. It probably would help to make these one way though. Like make this one way going all the way down and back again, or at least on this section anyway. So what was supposed to be a small dorm room for lumberjacks is turning into quite the project. Yeah, that seems to happen a lot with this. Like, these guys are still bitching about needing staff. It's like, how is that possible? They've got like a huge staff pool to choose from. Maybe they're just really picky about the people they hire. So you can see now that this is basically doing what I was explaining. Instead of making an intersection, can't you make it more of an on-off ramp like a regular highway? No, you can't. This is what I was trying to explain to you guys. I think a lot of the time the people that are commenting at the moment on the streams, and I've been seeing this for the past couple of days, don't really understand how the intersections are working, because I keep hearing the same things from comments all the time, like people saying, make stuff one way, make off-ramps, you know, do this, and it's like, yeah, I don't think you get what's actually happening. You can't, this is a 6-lane road, and a 6-lane road is not the same as a 6-lane highway, or a 3-lane highway even. This is a highway. Highways are different to those 6-lane roads. Highways can travel up to 100 miles, you know, 100 on the speed, and they have off-ramps like this. So the traffic's coming along, and then it splits off onto the off-ramp like this. And you don't have any kind of junction. But this is not the same kind of road as this. This is a 6-lane road, which operates like a normal road. It just has a lot more lanes. So when you put a road onto it, like what we have here, it creates an intersection, which is not really what you want. And that is the problem. However, I may be able to find a better solution to this. A lot of this traffic, I mean, the trouble is this traffic does need to get onto this style road, because this traffic has no other exit point other than going out here. So if they want to go off in this direction or in this direction, they need to get onto the road. But we can probably try and find another way around it. More people are turning left when they go to the highway, so if you flip the sides on it, it'll try and stop less. No, because you have to think about like where it's going. If you basically look, they're on the right hand side, and this is the left hand side. See, they're coming in. If I make it so that this goes around that way, they're gonna like have to cross each other. Why don't you just put in a highway there? Well, because you can't put a highway... this is going to turn into an explanation video today. Highways, you'll notice, are two individual roads. They're not one road, they're two individual roads. So you can't just place down... And like, look at this. When you come into a city, you can't just continue having a highway in a city, because it's two separate roads. It's got to connect at some point so that your workers can actually get to where they're going, and that's what we have here. So look, here's the 6-lane road coming into town, and here it comes into town, and then look, they can turn off and stuff. If I have a highway there, look at how much that's going to take, double the space almost, because you've got to allow for the space in between. So you can't just make a highway and then... Like, I know it seems like the best thing, because if you have a highway, you can make those off-ramps, and you don't have any traffic lights, you don't have any intersections, and you think, oh well, you just do that everywhere, because then you don't have that. Well, it doesn't work like that. You can't just have highways everywhere. The same as in real life, you can't just have highways everywhere. I mean, it's like, think about it in the real world. Do you see in the real world like just tons and tons of roads like that with off-ramps only? No. What you have is you have highways which split into larger roads. So it's like, you can't do it like that. I know it seems like it would be the instantly, you know, the thing that would fix it, and it seems like, oh, just do that and that'll fix the problem. But it doesn't work like that. That's not how it works. And that's why traffic management in this game is quite tricky, and waste management is also quite tricky, because it's all about being able to get to the places you need to go to. But yeah, I can probably think of a better solution to this. Like we've been looking at all of this evening pretty much from the start of the stream, is that you can usually find... Ah, there we are, look, see, I told you it would happen, finally. They finally calmed down, they finally got workers. There's a fire at this building. Oh, there's a fire on those bushes, apparently. Anyway, my lumber camp is looking awesome, I'm really pleased with that. This is looking really good. Yeah, a roundabout might actually help, I was just thinking about that. It might be a good solution. Oh my god, they've got more fire! It's a good job we've got like the massive fire department right here. Yeah, that might help. Another thing might help is, like I said, just making this like a one-way, so it goes like one way, turn one way. That might help us a little. Something else though, there's a lot of traffic going over here, and I was thinking about making a secondary ramp which just continues on and then connects like to some of these ramps over here. That might help us a lot. It might reduce the amount of traffic which is going onto that road. There's a lot of traffic going over here. The trouble is with these is as soon as any traffic comes on, it does like a traffic light change, and that's it. And we've got like 2 traffic light blocks right here. Actually, this one is not, because this is coming off. See, the ones coming off tend to not have the traffic light, but they're coming on, they have to wait for other traffic to stop to bring them on. It's kind of stupid, to be honest. You wouldn't think it would work like that. So this one, it actually works a little better. The one coming on works better. We do actually have metros. You know, actually, this is one thing I meant to do earlier and I forgot about it. Yeah, one thing I wanted to do earlier and I forgot was with the metro. We actually do have a metro system in the city. Why is my train red? What's been happening with the trains, by the way? Are they still functioning? Yeah, they are. Yep, trains are still looking good. Yeah, the metro. I wanted to fix this up a little, actually, because we have got a metro going around the city, but it probably could be expanded a little now. Something else I meant to do a long time back, though, was to actually make 2 routes, because it's going one way at the moment. And this is actually I meant to do earlier in the evening. So we're going to basically make it go the other way as well. This is going to make people happy. Meant to go this way around as well, so that it can take people in both directions, because, of course, that's what you do in real life. Okay, there we go. So now that's running in both directions. That's going to help us out a little bit. Luton, when you put this on YouTube, I'll probably take some highlights from this and a couple of bits and pieces. Luton, you're the #1 stream for this game. Really? Wow, that's pretty amazing. This is the highest amount of people I've ever had of my own on the stream without being on the front page, so that's pretty epic. Thanks for watching. Guys, can I make a big request to you right now? Anybody that's watching on the stream right now, Fuse is just putting my links out for my YouTube channels. Go and check out my YouTube channels, especially the first link there, Luton09, that's my main YouTube channel. Over there I cover Battlefield, Armour and some other bits and pieces, but you'll see 2 videos I've made about City Skylines there in the past 24 hours, so you can go and check out those videos. The second channel there, Luton Gaming. Luton Gaming is where the majority of this content will go. Right now I'm putting it on the main channel because it's kind of exposure time in the next couple of days, but once it's wound down, okay, once it's wound down in the next few days, a lot of that content is going to be going on to Luton Gaming, alright? So please sub both my channels. I try to work very hard on both those channels. I put a lot of content out, so I'm sure there'll be something there for you to go. There's also Twitter and other bits and pieces. So please go check those out, guys. I hope you will enjoy very much and join me for all of the content that I make. I have loads of stuff. I try to make videos daily, even though I have a full-time job, which is hard. A building has burned down. Sad face. So yeah, please go check out my YouTube channels, and don't forget, of course, to follow me on Twitch as well. I'm in the process of getting partnered with Twitch. It's been a funny one. Like, it was a few weeks back, and because I hadn't really sort of started streaming fully with a schedule, and now that I have, I think it's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. I know some pretty big Twitch streamers and YouTube producers as well. There's a few people I can speak to about helping get me partnered and stuff like that. So, what's Jack Frags really like? You can tell us. Jack's a nice guy. Jack's very business orientated, you know, like gets there, Gets the job done. It's awesome. Good guy. Right, so let's solve this traffic nightmare. This is definitely the traffic management day today, seriously. Everything else is going well though. Too much self-promotion, shut the fuck up. Fuck you, Noxide. I work hard at this, man, and I don't need that kind of bullshit attitude from you, buddy. What time is it? 3:45 AM. I've got to go to work tomorrow. I've been doing all my video content today, and I've been doing this on top. So, is what I would say to you, my friend. Right. That's like a crash course in my attitude as a YouTube producer, so enjoy. Basically, if you want to have an attitude, you know what you can do with it. Right, let's fix this, because I don't think I could rest without fixing this situation. What is going to be the best way? I don't know, because trying to get these back on here, adding it as a 2-lane is not going to make any difference whatsoever. This one is working kind of okay, because they just kind of come in and go straight into the city, but it's this one here where it's bleeding out, it's just not working well at all. A lot of that traffic though, I mean that's the thing, this traffic can only go over here. I'm going to try something and just see what difference it makes. If we can just make a ramp over here and just see what difference it makes. Yeah, see, I'm thinking if I make this ramp here, this might make some small difference. Also, do you know what the other funny thing is? I think that was basically like, the only time I have actually talked about my YouTube channels in the entire, like, last 3 hours of streaming. And it's like the one time you talk about it, some guy's like, shut up. Piss off, man. Right. If I can add this into this, this is what I want to do. I'm going to split this off. And then maybe they will take that as a quicker route. Maybe not. I love building these insane highways. Now none of them might take this route. This is the thing, you've got to sometimes put it down and just see whether they'll go there. Because basically it's taking them to the same place. It's just whether or not... There they are, look. They start to use... Yeah, there we go. But it's not enough. It's only like a couple. There's a few that are bleeding off that way. But it's not making enough of a difference. It is making some difference though. I kind of like just having my crazy intersections because it looks really epic. Skip workload and the traffic getting there won't be as efficient as your city. That's seriously right. Well, it has actually made more, it's making more of a difference than you would think. Look, look, look. See, look, and now that they're not going down there, it's meaning that there's less traffic. It can kind of pull out a bit easier. It's kind of surprising what you can get away with. The other thing I was thinking is, like I said before, was to try and make these one-ways. I think if we expanded these roads as well a little bit. It's actually working pretty good now, just by making that off-ramp. And it's basically, of course, because, you know, they only are going down here if they're turning right now. I mean, the other thing that we could do is completely take that out. This is getting to be a problem. I'm going to make these one-way as well and see how much of a difference that makes. Well, actually, we were talking about this earlier, and from yesterday's view, we were deciding whether or not there was actually really any difference between a 1-lane and the 2-lane one. You would think so, right? But a lot of the time, it doesn't make a lot of difference. I'm kind of surprised you don't do this full time. You're my favourite YouTubers. You do great work. Trust your judgment at games and stuff. Thumbs up. Thanks, man. I work very hard at it, as you can imagine I would. A lot of the time, what I do is I do my full-time day job. I come home, I eat food, I chill out with the girlfriend for a while, and then I either edit, stream, or play. And it's like that every day. It's unusual for me to go to bed before like 3 or 4 AM most nights, and as you can imagine, I am quite tired from that. But it's what you got to do. It's the only thing. It's what you got to do. You got to put the hours into it. Let me tell you, if I was a full-time YouTuber, I'd be putting out like 3-4 videos every single day. Like, I'm astonished when YouTubers only post 1 video a day. In my opinion, kind of lazy. Seriously, like, I'm not even a full-time YouTube producer, and I sometimes turn out like 2-3 videos a day when I've got a lot to say, because it doesn't take that long. Seriously, it's like, oh, it's such big hard work. Really? It's hard work to like talk, and then bam, slap some footage on, and it's like, psh, done. It's like, really? Okay, so this frickin' thing. First of all, let's do this over here. Let's make these one way. This is something that a lot of people have said they need to fix, and I don't know if they will fix it, because it's like the game mechanic, the way this is built, so therefore I don't know whether or not this will actually work. Once you put these roads in, you've got to rezone it. I still don't know whether crap, that's going to be high density commercial. If you don't rezone it, a lot of the buildings get deleted, but they might get deleted anyway, I'm thinking, actually. But we will see. Quill destroyed like 4 city blocks with a bypass road from one end of the district to another, and I rage quit. Dude. Who needs to chill out? I'm looking at the stream, this is getting a lot of crazy people on here right now. Just do 4 ramps, it's that easy. Okay, my friend. A lot of the time I like people, this is probably, I think I was seeing this on one of Quill's as well, and it's like, this is potentially one of the worst games for streaming, because it's like, there's so much like backseat management. There's so many people who's going to like, do this and it'll fix the problem, and it's like, you do it and then it's like, oh, actually, that did nothing. It's like, okay. There's a lot of people who've watched like a few streams of this game so far and think they automatically know how to do it. Do it yourself. Play the game yourself. Right, so that's 2-way. Oh crap! Not taking my own advice and rezoning. Balls. Stupid Lawton. Very important to rezone straight after so you don't lose your buildings, but it might be too late for my guys right here. Right, now, so now as they come in, they have to go down here, and they either do whatever. Same, coming down here, now they only have this traffic coming. So this in itself, well, it's definitely going to help things on this end. Whether it's going to help things on this end, I don't know. 5 away from 1,000. That would be nice. It would be the first time I've ever had 1,000 on the stream without having been on the front page, so that would be pretty awesome, to be honest. Something else I've said a lot already this evening is that you sometimes have to allow time for traffic to clear before you can get a clear picture of whether or not your changes that you've made have an impact. So this change that I made to the systems on the road right here, you can actually see it is actually sort of helping. It's maybe not completely perfect right now, but it's definitely improved off of what it was. Because look, what's happening is that now we only have traffic going out of here and in this way. You can see how that's changed the flow of the traffic. So that kind of comes in, stops, moves, stops, moves. So it's all about this kind of management. So, I mean, this is another thing as well, is I think from when people have been watching, they expect the traffic to be going, yeah, 1,000. Thank you guys. Super, super, super appreciated. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching. 1,000, woo. It is. This is the first time ever I've got 1,000 people watching without having been advertised on the front page, or actually without having had any raids. I had 2 raids yesterday when we were streaming. This is the first time we've got to this number without a raid. Pretty epic. Pretty epic. Thanks, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Get a sub button. I know, right? fucking Twitch. I'm going to send them. I'm going to speak to somebody tomorrow about this actually, and I've got someone I can speak to, so I'm going to do that. Anyway, so this situation here, it's getting backlogged in the town here. It's got to be said. That's the only thing. To be honest, I mean, if we were to whack a 4-lane road down there, it might help. Because getting that traffic out of here is going to be always a slow process. I would sub and donate if I could. Thanks very much, Drummer Man. Thanks, man. I know, it'd be cool. I will be getting those things. It's just time. Always takes the time. You know, well, please come and join me tomorrow, guys. If you're watching right now, please come and join. Jesus Christ, what's this fire? God alive, please tell me the fire engines are here. Where are they? They're probably caught in a backlog. Where's the fire engines? Oh, that's a goner. Seriously, he's gone. He's dead. The fire engines should be coming. Kind of surprised. Where the hell are they? Normally the fire services are pretty good to get to these kind of things. Actually, that is going to be a major problem for here. Yeah, it's here, look, it's stuck in traffic. That's going to be a major problem. This is why we need to get bigger lane road. That building's going to be gone now. Damn, this is the problem when you have traffic management issues. If you change that little strip of road to one way, would that take the traffic light out? No, it wouldn't. It already is one way. This already is one way. What I am tempted to do is completely remove this on-ramp section and force them to go this way, because this would make a huge difference. If you do that, it's basically going to make them go all that way all the time. And also, if we were to make this road here one way, that would make a difference as well. Yeah, it's the fact that this is on an intersection that causes the problem. So basically now, they have to go out this way. It's these lights here that bug me the most. If we didn't have those lights there and it was just a straight out, it would be good. I wonder if we make this just a one-way. I wonder how much difference that will make. So that's one way only now. Yeah, see that one way? When you make it one way like that, it removes that traffic light section. It's still an intersection though, so we'll see. Let's see what happens. Right, we've got to rezone. Make sure we rezone this time. Okay. Okay, there we go. That is working better now. I kind of want to tidy up this little junction here because it's really bad how it looks. But it is working, it's flowing better now. Space already occupied? What? Don't screw me over again. Oh, there we go. Okay, so now that's working a lot better. The only problem is, I hope those guys didn't want to go the other way, because now they're going to have to go a severely long way around. Yeah, look, see, this is the problem. Look, see now, look what that traffic's doing. It's going to do this. This is what I was trying to say before about, like, you've got to have an actual better solution for this, otherwise it doesn't really work. So see now what's happening is they're all going down here. But we could actually get around this by adding another on-ramp. You're going to laugh, but there is actually another solution to this now. And then they're going to go all the way down here and off on this. So, this is going to seem crazy, but bear with me, okay? Bear with me. What we could actually do is create another split which comes off of this one, alright? And then it's going to come back around and it can connect onto here so that they don't have to stop. So, yeah, we can actually get around this. It's just kind of insane because we're going to end up with more flying roads. Like, my road systems are quite complicated on this map, it's got to be said. But they work, it all works, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, so what we need to do okay, so what we've got to do is we've got to take a split off of here like this, and it's going to have to go over this way. So I need to connect it basically into that. It's going to be a bastard to do this, I tell you. It's going to be the best way to do this. There's no very simple way to do this. Yeah, it is. Like, my highways are like Hot Wheels tracks, to be honest. You need a multi-layer roundabout loop, and that should solve everything. Yeah, that would be really, really good. I would love that. Spaghetti highway, you're killing me. I know, like, look at this. Look at this. Not the rest of the guys that have just joined haven't even seen our epic railway system. Check this out. Ah, the railway. I love my railway system. Check this. So we have, like, earlier on in the game when we were laughing about how many above ground systems we had, I decided to put this in place. Whoa! Get back on there, dude. Yeah, we were laughing about how many... So not only have we got the road systems, we've also got the railway system running across the top here, which is pretty awesome. And that's our kind of like freight and fruit cargo system, which is right in the middle. And then obviously it goes out of town. We've even got railway jams, look. We've got so much stuff coming into the city. Right, anyway, so right now this traffic is going to be causing a problem because basically you can see what it's doing is coming over here, it's coming over this junction, it's coming to this point, and then it's turning off to come back on the other highway, and then it's coming all the way back down here, all the way down here, coming off this off-ramp, all the way round, and then back on here. So that's why I was saying it's kind of ridiculous. It's kind of untenable that we can leave that situation. They're basically having to go like do like a giant figure 8 just to come back on here. Loot and love you seem to solve these issues make me anticipate the game even more. Yeah, it's really good. There is a 3-layer roundabout in the workshop. Awesome. Good. It's going to be so good when we got the Steam workshop and everything. It's going to be so fantastic having loads of people contribute. It's just going to make this game ridiculously good. Okay, I've got an idea here. Let's see what we can do. What I want to do is come like around, under and back on this one. Do you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of like... it's doing the already occupied crap again. This reminds me very much of like Roller Coaster Tycoon when you're trying to do the roller coaster stuff, you know? Ah, this thing's being a bitch. Sometimes like building this stuff incrementally is the only way to go. Oh, dude, don't screw me around. Right, let's try again. See, it's to do with the supports and where they intersect on other roads. So trying to get that right is not easy. Often you know what you want to do with these things, it's just trying to get it to bloody work. It's a pain. Let's do that. A lot of the time as well with these kind of bits when you're trying to bend around stuff, it's like a little bit wonky, but you don't want to do it. Dude, arc the other way. What? I don't think you even understand what I'm trying to do. Why the hell would you arc the other way? There's like literally no reason to do that. Right, solved. There we go. And immediately they are starting to use it, of course. Great. This is working perfectly. Yep, here we go. Off they come and straight back around and onto this one. This is only the most complicated road system ever. It's so much fun. You don't understand, obviously. I clearly don't, because otherwise I would understand. So that's a pretty obvious statement. Anyway, that has resolved our issues. Fantastic. So we have solved the problem by making our road system insanely complicated. It all makes sense to me. Oh no! This is the only annoying thing with the way these connect. When you connect to a 6-lane, as we were kind of looking at earlier, when you connect to a 6-lane, because it's not like a highway, it views this point here. It's like it's totally stupid. This point here, it basically views as a left turn. So you get trucks doing stuff like that, which is completely stupid. There should be a better way of splitting this off. Probably a roundabout would be a good idea at that point, actually. It's almost worth putting some kind of roundabout system in. I've tried like fixing this road and have it come off a slightly different way, and it wouldn't have it. Ugh. I'd hate moving into this city. I know, right? Well, you wouldn't mind if you were like down here, where it's like super nice in Potato Town. Or you wouldn't mind if you were over here in Gold Park, which is pretty swish and nice. But you might mind living here if you lived where these guys live. If you lived here next to these guys, you probably wouldn't be too happy, seeing as they live next to 2 incinerator plants and the biggest landfill you've ever seen in your life. So yeah, then you would mind. Oh cool, that one's come back online just when I needed it. Great. Damn, these trucks are still causing me problems. I thought we had solved a lot of these issues here, and now it's coming back to haunt us. We fixed this earlier, we fixed all this already, and now they're being a pain again. This is quite a complicated system right here, if you were not around earlier, that basically, this is our oil refinery section. And the trouble is that it's also connected to the freight rail system. So what you have is a lot of traffic coming in, going around, delivering, redelivering, coming into the freight, going back, pushing, going straight here through, and then back onto the highway. So there's a hell of a lot of traffic like coming in and out of this section, which is obviously a problem. Good to see though that my other system here is working really good. If you actually watch this for a minute, you can see this is all linking up very, very nicely. It's working really well.